Hi, my name is Mrs. Davis. I'm a Milton-Union High School English teacher. I wanted to introduce you to myself and my classroom. Couple of different courses that I teach. I teach AP Language and Composition, which starting this year is a CCP Edison course. This primarily is offered to juniors. I also teach the CP and English 12 course for seniors. And I've got a select group of PLP students who have chosen the remote learning option. Just as a reminder for this particular group that you've got your PLP orientation on Wednesday, September 2nd at 6 p.m. And you should check out the district website for details and the link to that Zoom meeting. For my electives, these are all semester-long mixed 9 through 12 courses. I teach As Seen on TV, which is kind of like a media literacy class. I have debate, which is a semester-long course, and I actually have 2 sections of that, first semester and second semester. I also have creative writing during second semester and college bound, which right now is set for second semester, but there have been small adjustments to the schedule, so we'll see if that one actually happens. Couple of expectations. I expect that you will come to class prepared. For this particular set of courses, there's pretty much some universal supplies you'll need. The first one is that you will need your school-issued device. We're going to be doing a lot digitally this year. You'll also need earbuds or headphones or some way to listen to videos that I will be making for each of my courses, and then your stylus. This will be in particular most important for the AP and CP courses where you'll do some annotations and stuff, but otherwise it's just generally a good supply to keep on hand since the district is offering you one. I also expect that you'll probably get tired of doing all things digital. So some basic school supplies, nothing too fancy here, pens, pencils, probably some sticky notes for annotating for AP and CP, and highlighters as well, particularly AP, and probably a notebook for just keeping notes on core concepts and big ideas, maybe for brainstorms for writing, and then a folder for the few hard copy things that you'll get, particularly at the beginning of the school year, syllabus, reference materials, things like that. But it really won't be a ton, so you don't need like a binder for my class. And then a couple of the classes will also use note cards, debate in particular. We'll be using this as a way to prep for each of your speeches and your debates. AP and CP and English 12, you'll probably need a few note cards for collecting research, but it won't be nearly as heavy duty in your use as my debate class will. Other expectations include being respectful. I believe that everyone is deserving of respect and that we need to respect our time in particular. Learning time is something that can get wasted very easily, and I don't want that to become a problem. So respect everyone's opportunities to learn. And then lastly, be engaged. This goes hand in hand with being respectful of that learning time, but I can teach to my heart's content. I love teaching, but if you're not willing to put in the effort on your end and say you want to learn, there's not a whole lot that I'm going to be able to teach you. So you have to decide first that you're willing to learn, and that's something you want. This is a video preview of my classroom and what it looks like. So up on this front bookcase, I've got a turn-in tray, and the bulletin board will have copies of my syllabus for each of my classes. This front corner tends to be my area, but here is where all the students will do their work. Up on the backboard is where I keep student exemplars. Behind my desk, I have my bulletin or my whiteboard where I collect our objectives and our agenda. Over here, you'll see my classroom library and a place for absent work in case you miss hard copies. A little bit about me. I am a Tip City graduate. I went to college at Brigham Young University in Rexburg, Idaho. I have family out there, so I wanted to get to know them better. While I was out there, I came to love the mountains. And after I graduated with my degree in English education and a minor in biology education, I taught a year of eighth grade English at Rigby Middle School. Now I am on my third year of teaching at Milton-Union High School, and I have a 3-year-old son named Henry, and I've been married to my husband for about 7.5 years now, and we are currently expecting our second. Our little girl is due on September 17th, so this is our son practicing how to be soft on a baby doll. So I'll be here for about the first 8 days, and then I will hand the class off to a long-term substitute for about the rest of the first quarter. A couple other family members. We have 2 cats, Shakespeare on the left, who is very judgmental, and Hazel on the right, who is a whimsical little needy baby. And a couple of hobbies. I like exercising and I like crafting. I do a lot of sewing and painting and drawing. Most recently, I've picked up doing watercolor. So that's a little bit about me. This is a pretty comprehensive list of different ways to contact me. All of these will also be listed on my class syllabi. The first and probably most convenient and consistent method I'd advise using is to email me. I check my email on a regular basis. So you can email me at davisp@muschools.com. I also have my classroom phone number listed with my extension and a Google Voice number to use in case we are in remote learning and I won't have easy access to my classroom voicemail. I also have a classroom website where I've just collected some of the quick references and documents and resources we'll be using throughout the year for each of my classes. These will be posted on Teams in one of the general tabs, but I figure it's also a nice resource for parents to know what's going on in your students' classes. And then if you have any questions, you can post them on Teams throughout the year. You can also contact me through Remind. So I have Remind codes listed for each of my courses down below. You can either use the app and enter the code, or you can text the code to 8101. I'm excited to work with you this year.